Now I spent plenty of time off in juvenile hall. You know what I'm saying? Down here in Atlanta, it was 449 Capitol Avenue. You know what I'm saying? During my time and like my dad time too, cause my dad told me he spent a lot of time in the same place I spent a lot of time at. You know what I'm saying? But 445 Capitol Avenue to all my Atlanta, East Point, uh, Union City, Riverdale, Capitol Avenue partners. You know what I'm saying? And you had to live in Fulton County, you know what I'm saying, to go to Capitol Avenue as a juvenile if you got locked up. And I think other places had like Pantherville was Decatur, and I don't know where Clayton County was, you know what I'm saying? But I know Fulton County, your ass going to Capitol Avenue. And that's why I spent a lot of my time at, me and my partners, you know what I'm saying? But it was, of course, that's downtime, that's sad time. You know what I'm saying? Because you miss your family and all that stuff right there. You're locked up, just like if you was grown, you're locked up. You know what I'm saying? You're in a cage. You're away from your loved ones and the things that you like doing. So it's like 80% of the time, it's a downtime unless you free inside your mind. You know what I'm saying? But we had a lot of fun there. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of fun there, and it was a lot of laughter. You had to keep in mind when we locked up at this time, we are kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's serious because you in there with some killers and robbers and stabbers and rapists and all that stuff too at a young age. But you got to keep in mind we are kids. And I was talking to my sister. I was talking to my sister Sean not too long ago, and we was talking about my time in juvie hall because, of course, she's younger than me, but she does remember me leaving and being away and stuff like that. And I was telling her about the time in there, and like at this time, Judge Hatchett, she's the from Fox 5 Judge Hatchett, she is the head judge. You know what I'm saying? Then you had like Judge Hodges, y'all remember Judge Hodges? Then my cousin, the judge, stuff like that right there. So every Sunday, you was able to get a visit. Saturday and Sundays was the visit. And I was telling my sister that my mom, I remember my mom coming all the time, and I started telling her that I even remember my dad. My dad, he came, and that surprised her because she didn't never know. You know what I'm saying? Here we are in our 40s going into our 50s, and she didn't never know that dad came to visit me when I was in juvie. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, he came visit me a lot. And then she was like, oh, I just thought he would dead be dead. I'm like, no, sis, he tried to stand up a little bit. But I started telling her about the differences, man, because when you a kid and you locked up, especially, really any human, you know what I'm saying? When you locked up, when anybody come and see you, not only do it show you that that they care, but of course, you be happy that they came and seen you or whatnot. So in this case, I told like moms came a lot. Dad came a little less than mom. Even grandmama came a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, but dad visits was bittersweet. And she started asking me, when she started laughing, and she was asking me what I meant by it. So I had to start with moms first to explain to her what I mean by bittersweet. See, when my mama came to see me when I was locked up at between 13 and 15 years old, when she came to see me, you knew what to expect from my mama. You in juvie, they find out you got a visit, they call upstairs, they get you to come down. They call upstairs, they get you to come down. You be already down in the little room, sitting at a table, by yourself. It'd be like a long table where at least 4 chairs, 2 chairs on this side, 2 chairs on that side can get, but you be sitting at that table by yourself. So, so I be, you be already sitting right now, and you just be waiting on your parent to come through the door. The door open, boom, it'd be his parent. You know how I go. Door open, bam, it'd be his parent. Door open, it's your parent. Door open, it's his parent. Stuff like that. They let them in one at a time. Sometimes they come in a group. You know what I'm saying? Depends on what time they arrive, So, at one time they open the door and all the parents come in at one time. So it just really depends on when the parents arrive. So you really be sitting back waiting for your father, your mother, or your relative to come through the door. And like I said with my moms, I knew what to expect with my moms. She gonna come through the door. She gonna have her little cheeks blushed, and she gonna have on her little red pretty lipstick, and she gonna have a little box of KFC. KFC was like right down the street, right across the street from the juvenile. So she used to grab it all the time. And I mean, like, she did not miss a day that she did not bring me KFC. I can't remember. I can't remember a day that she did not bring me KFC. And that's crazy though, because right now to this day, I think that KFC has the best tasting and skin tasting chicken. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that was, mom. She gonna come through the door, she gonna be looking pretty and she gonna smell good and she gonna have this box of chicken and a big smile on her face and boom. But when dad come through the door, you don't know. You don't know what's going on in his brain, So I remember 3 different occasions that he came. And the first time that my daddy came to visit me, woof, when that door opened, for one, he was late. So all the other parents was there. But I'm happy for the visit, Dad. But he was late. And when that door opened, you sitting there, you kind of embarrassed because everybody already talking, there's noise, and they're eating, y'all. They eating and stuff going on, and you just still there, and then you wondering, did they make a mistake? Did they make a mistake? Something like that. Then the door open, and then boom, it's Dad. I see my little petite dad with his tank top shirt on, where you can see the rib cages and things of that nature. My dad used to smoke. You know what I'm saying? And then he would have on the exact same pants as MC Hammer in the video Can't Touch This with some Reeboks. They ain't the kicker. My daddy might have on 3 chains, all of them gold. But one of the chain, which is the shorter chain, got a keychain on it. Got just a keychain on it. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that's a visit, like, oh yeah, back down, boom, And then the eating thing, you know what I'm saying? Dad never brought KFC, you know what I'm saying? But he always was like, look at the vending machine, hey boy, you want one of them sneakers over there? You want one of them Reese's Cups, want you a soda? Like that, you know what I'm saying? And I was always, it wasn't the KFC, but I was always happy and graceful for the sneaker and Reese's Cup and drink or something like that, because in juvie, we didn't have those either. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, Dad, let me get a sneaker. I get into him, we get some M&Ms, and he'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Have me a drink, you know what I'm saying? So it was the bomb. It was just that can't touch it thing. Hey, so that's the first time. You know what I'm saying? So then, the second time. The second time he come, I cannot, and this is real talk, I cannot remember actually anything he had on, because this is the time in his life when he decides that he's gonna go bald. This is like the Damian Wayne's In Living Color. They done brought it in style, the Wayne's brother, you know what I'm saying, Keenan and David. So he go bald, and he used that baby oil. You know what I'm saying? So when he come through there, looking like a black Mr. Clean, and the juvenile lights is shining all on his head. And as I'm talking to him, I can look behind him and see my friends they're doing like this. Them one of the days that I wanted to just go back to my cell. But you got to keep in mind, once they leave, me and them kids and the staff members Got to go back up these steps together, and then they got to search every last one of them. That whole time they joning my ass. You know what I'm saying? And not so much joning me, they just actually talking about the stuff that my daddy is wearing, or how shiny his head was. hey, hey man, listen man. When I when I spent my time in juvenile, man, I ain't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? One little fight right here that got me put down, but we jumped on him and like bust him up real bad. You know what I'm saying? But I always respected everybody. You know, however, the only regrets or the only bad time, like I say, 80% is supposed to be bad time. Not me, man. The only bad time I had is when they talked about my daily appearance. And see, but the thing is, he be sharp. He be on point. You know what I'm saying? He just have one of those styles. Like I was talking to my wife about it last night, and she told me my style is similar to his. But he just have this Andre 3000 type style. You know what I'm saying? It just, thug type style thing. It just unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? Not me, my dad. but man, this last visit that he gave me in juvenile, man, this is the one that like they didn't never stop talking about it until the day that I left, man. And then what's crazy is like once I get to Augusta Youth Development Center and I'm in there for a few months, when those little guys that were still up there, like 2 or 3 of them, got spread out and went to Minnieville and went to Macon, the YDC, went wherever they went. Some of them came to Augusta with me. And I ended up saying, "What's up, boy? Yo, you don't care how much time they gave?" And then started chopping up with them. And as we get deep into conversation, that it did not fail to always happen. One of them gonna always say, "Hey, Tree, boy, you remember when your daddy wore that right up? You remember when your daddy came through the slide on that skull?" they always say, like, that shit follow me too, man. But that last time, what I'm finna tell y'all, is what made that shit so big, and they talked about it, and it just followed me, man. Like, I'm sitting there. I know moms had already came and seen me. I'm sitting there. I know moms had already came and seen me. So then it might be a week miss, and then like my dad to come. That's how they rotated. So I knew that they was my dad at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that they were the last visit that I was gonna have before I went down the road. So this was gonna be my last vision. I wish it was like he came first and then it was my mom. I can see my mom's pretty face. I can just think about why I'm locked up there. But it was the last vision. So I had to deal with it for them 17 months I did that. Man, my daddy came into the juvenile, man. I'm sitting down at that table, man. My daddy came into that room. He had a even Steven, but it's low. It's low so you can see the scalp, like, looking at it. So you see even Steven, just one guard, just take it all the way down. It ain't skin or none of that. It just the lowest it can go, and you can see scalp, but it's still hair on the head. Even Steven. This is what my daddy got, I thought. But then as he got closer to me, I see that he left a square patch on purpose. Right here. Just a square patch. Hey, he left a square patch right here and left his head. We ain't talking about high right, low left, none of that. We talking about like an inch square all the way around. Patch right in the left side of his head. And then that patch had a small part in it. Hold up. Then as he talking, I don't see him. Like, what the hell did he leave that patch up there for? Damn, I didn't leave that patch. I knew these folk gonna get it to me. So, so then as we talking about, and I told you he give me that sneaker stuff. He always look back at that vending machine. He looked at that vending machine. I just seen something say, whew. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a, like it was a horse tail, a horse mane or something. You know what I'm saying? He just say, "Hey, boy, you want to get one of those sneakers like that?" And I just whew, see something say, whew, and I can hear some noise. Man, when I look, man, my daddy had a tail, by an inch and a half long tail with 4 beads on it. If I did long now, he got a tail right here, and he got 4 beads on it. You want one of those sneakers? Dad, keep your head straight. Now, no sneaker today. No sneaker today. hey, no sneaker today. No sneaker today. No, Dad, just keep your head straight. Yes, sir. Yes, don't move. Hey, I shit y'all not, man. A patch on their head. That shit had a part. That shit had a part in it, and a 1.5 inch tail with 4 little beads on it, like the girls had them kids. I remember walking up that hallway. They already laughing and stuff. I'm like, man, y'all gonna get it out now, man. Gonna get it out. Cause I want them to get it out now. Cause I don't want them to get back to the dorms where everybody is and start talking about it, everybody laughing and stuff. Cause that's what usually happen. Like, man, y'all gonna get that junk out now. Gonna get it out now. And they was just sniggling. Nobody didn't say nothing. And then I remember Mr. Reed. Big Swole Mr. Reed. All y'all from Juvenile know Mr. Reed, who had the Jerry Curl, the thick mustache, and Big Swole Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed said, "Hey, man, let me ask you something. Was that a rat tail?" Hey, I just walked past him, man. Put my head down, started taking off my shoes, man. For real, man. Those 3 days right now, and like my dad is one of the coolest, GQest niggas I know. Old triple OG. You know what I'm saying? Godfather to the game that I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. Talking about his dress code, everything. He's just weird. This is exclusive right here, man. Right here, Underground Soil TV, man. I had to bring this to you, man. My sister, this show right here is produced by my sister, man, because my sister thought about this. I mean, when we talked about this, and she brought up this whole thing, man. So thank y'all once again for tuning in to Underground Source TV, the new Underground Source TV, right here with TV and film producer Don Trees Knox, OG Black Boy, Colin Paul, stand up.